wala na articles of impeachment to answer.
Dalawa ang pinag-uusapan. What can be done and what should be done. Magkaiba yon. So ang sinasabi ni SP can be dismissed. That's the reality, di ba? That the Senate acts through its members and majority wins. Hindi naman pwedeng minority wins. Anong limitation doon? We cannot do anything unconstitutional kasi pag yan ay may grave abuse of discretion amounting to lack or nawalan ng jurisdiction, no? Pwedeng baliktarin yung desisyon namin ng Supreme Court. But of course, pagdating sa impeachment, grabe ang leeway kasi talagang ang Senate ang impeachment trial. Now, just because you can, it doesn't mean you should, di ba? So kung diabetic ka, just because you can eat leche flan, ube, cakes, it doesn't mean you should. So we really have to take a deep breath and think what's best for the country. And that's precisely why we agreed and I moved na yung suggestion ni Senator Bongo ay yun ang gawin, which is ibalik muna, whether we call it remand return or ibalik muna sa House, because ang magiging botohan sana nung araw na yon ay to dismiss. And kung na-dismiss during that time, what would be next? De pagdating nung bagong 12 senador, back to zero kami. But ngayon na ibinalik, so one, mahihimay natin yung issue that did they or did they not violate the Constitution in terms of one impeachment lang in a year, di ba? Secondly, obvious naman yung di ba? Pagka nag-appoint sila ng bagong prosecutor at dumating sila, interesado pa sila. Kung hindi sila dumating sa korte, hindi na sila interesado. Pero hindi mo pwedeng sabihin yan from the 19th Congress, sa 20th Congress. And then ganun din, hindi pa natin masabi kung ano ang magiging botohan ng 24 kasi may 12 kang bago. So right now, ang lahat ng lumalabas ay yung mga individual opinions. But yun nga, may I caution, lalo yung mga law professors, mga legal luminaries natin, wag natin lituhin ang tao sa what we can and what we should.
Sir, can you assure the public na maipapalatag niyo yung ebidensya? Kasi yung fear ngayon, sir, is that baka mangyari na pagka-convene, ma-dismiss agad. Kasi it's something na option ng defense, sir, di ba? Pwede lang ilatag and then you will vote. And then, ang thinking kasi, sir, possible na pag nagkaroon ng majority vote, ma-dismiss agad. Or can you assure us na
well, dun nga kasi because of yung what we should, nalito nung ibang legal luminaries ang publiko na ang uunahin ay yung ebidensya. Ang uunahin mo parati ay jurisdiction, more than one impeachment filed in a year. So kahit saan korte, bago mo ipalatag yung ebidensya, titignan mo muna may jurisdiction ba yung korte na yan o hindi. So I can only assure the public na aabot tayo sa ebidensya if the whole impeachment court says na wala tong fatal constitutional defect that takes out jurisdiction from the court. Diba? So hindi pa pwedeng, ipakita mo muna lahat ng ebidensya mo kay VP Sara, saka natin tignan kung may jurisdiction o hindi.
So yun yung una yung i-resolve, sir? You can see that happening.
That's the logical. Okay. Again, that's what we should. Okay. Diba? Now, don't panic because una, may Supreme Court. Pangalawa, what's the worst case? The worst case, they can file another one after the 1 year.
Sir?
Diba? Yung sinasabi lang pwede ilabas sa lahat ng ebidensya, they can do that in the Committee on Justice. Pero baka hindi na tayo umabot doon. Kasi pag sinabi nung bagong 24 na meron tayong jurisdiction, di tuloy-tuloy na yan. Ang problema, if you have a majority who says na they violated the Constitution, babaksak at babaksak sa Supreme Court yan. So I'm not telling you what will happen. I'm not telling you yung stand ko. What I'm telling you is the possibilities. That's just the reality. Diba?
So may mga nagsasabi kasi yung mga critic na hindi nalabag yung 1-year bar rule dahil mag-take effect lang yung impeachment once na introduce sa Committee on Justice na report.
Klaro yun. Klaro na kapag maraming final na impeachment, tapos dumating sa Committee on Justice, pwedeng magbotohan ng House, tapos i-consolidate o maglalabas sila ng kung ano yung articles of impeachment. Klaro din na pag may 1/3. Ang hindi klaro kasi in this case, hindi nila pinagalaw yung tatlo eh. So ang question, did they violate their own rules? Kasi yung meron sa konstitusyon, very clear na legal maxim to na what you cannot do directly, you cannot do indirectly. 'Di ba? So maraming nagsasabi, paano 'yon? So kung 10 ang mag-file, wag mo na lang paggalawin, hintayin mo yung gusto mo. Kasi ano ba yung 1-year ban? It was to prevent harassment doon sa impeachable officer para hindi na lang buong taon ng buong term niya. So kung ombudsman yan, COA, 7 years yan. Kung yan ay justice ng Supreme Court, hanggang mag-70 siya. Kung yan ay vice president o president, 6 years. So nilagay yung safeguard na yan para sa isang taon, isa lang ang haharapin mo. O nung nakita natin nung panahon ni President Arroyo, ang ginagawa nung iba, magfa-file ng una na walang laman. So baliktad naman para naman ma-dismiss ka agad. So I agree with the Supreme Court ruling naman na it's not the number, 'di ba? May yung sinabi ni Senator Risa, may time element diyan, but you also have to look at the process. That's why sinama natin dun sa ating motion na pag binalik sa Kongreso, hindi lang yung certification na hindi nila nilabag yung Constitution kasi conclusion yon. Ang kailangan namin yung facts from the House na etong petsa tinanggap yung una, etong petsa tinanggap yung pangalawa, etong petsa tinanggap yung pangatlo. Anong nangyari dun sa tatlong yon? Gumalaw ba yan? Dinala nyo ba ng Speaker's Office? Dinala nyo ba ng Rules Committee? Dinala nyo ba ng Justice Committee? Tapos anong nangyari dun sa pang-apat? Unfortunately, we're looking at 24 different opinions once klaro yung facts na yan. Pero kung dinibati namin nung huli, maaring nanalo yung dismiss, maaring natalo.